Hey, what's up, guys? So this is how I'm going back over the weekends, and I am trying to do my own back testing. So one of the strategies that I'm actually working on right now is a opening range break, and so I have a couple different ways I'm trying to trade this. But let's see, let me move this shit over here. 18. MES, okay, cool. So, we're gonna get this thing started. I don't know why the fuck it started over here, so let's go to Thursday. Go to 9. Go to 9:20. Alright. So, what I'm doing is I'm going to the daily. Alright, well, what's this thing look like on the daily? Where do I think it's gonna... Why the fuck is this still here? Okay. So, I'm looking at the daily, right? What is this thing doing? In my opinion, this is, well, not my opinion. It clearly is fucking uptrending, right? So, the only problem is I do remember, like, I'm pretty sure all-time high was like 6,300. So I know that it eventually gets up here somehow. That's kind of not the point of how I'm doing this. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go to the 3-minute, zoom in. And what I want to start doing is right at 9:33. So we'll play this forward until it gets to the close of the 3-minute bar. This is kind of how I'm doing things. Alright, so this is the opening 3-minute range. Alright, so what I want to have happen is I want to have this break or break out either way, the upside or the downside, upside, but I want to have a retest. And then I want to either go short looking for a continuation or go long looking for a continuation. And then, you know, play it in a way where I'm only using 5 contracts max. And I want to see what happens. So I'm actually going to do 2 different things at one time, right? So if this does break out of here, I want to take a trade, take it along. This I feel like would just be kind of like a scalp. So what I'm kind of thinking of doing is, so the main move that I want to get at least 3 contracts, 20 points. That's my goal on the day. I want to get a 20-point move on at least 3 contracts. So what I do is, second this breaks to the upside or to the downside, I'm going to take 5 contracts. I'm going to cover 2 contracts at 10 points to the downside or 10 points to the upside, and then my stop goes down to break even. I want to see a 20-point move to the downside or 20-point move to the upside, or I'll cover everything and I'll just be done. The only way I can take another trade is if, say this works, and I get all the way down to 20 points. So that would be 38s. So I get down to 38, I cover everything. Okay, you just made like $400. Same thing to the upside. Awesome. Well, if I get that, and it comes back up and retests, or comes back down and retests, I can add for a second chance for a continuation or continuation. If it comes down and this comes back into the zone, all I can risk is half. Doesn't matter if I'm going short or I'm going long, I can risk half. That's it. Yeah, because I mean that's 10 points. That's enough range. I can risk, half. Okay, this stops me out. Okay, the only third way I can trade is if it does like say it comes up here, hits 20, comes back down. Okay, I can take a trade looking for the long side. If it stops me out, okay, like the only way I can trade is if this breaks the downside. I can take it one last try for the downside. If it doesn't work, then I'm fucking done for the day. And that's how I want to try to play this out. See how this works. So the 3 minutes is over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this down to a 2 second and play. So for every second, it's 2 seconds. Actually, let's go to 10 seconds. Oops, well that was late. Alright, so now my stop loss is going to go up here. I'm looking, like I said, for 10-point move. So I am in at, where does it show that? I don't remember. Open positions. So I have an entry at 54. So I need right there. So I'm going to buy 2 contracts, buy. Okay, so I just locked in. So I have a realized profit of $95, unrealized of 105. Remember how I said that what I'm looking for is I'm looking for 20 points. So I have an average of 54. So I'm going to drive this down to 34. That's my point that I'm looking at. I drop that to break even, and now I play this back out. So 30 seconds. Alright, so I just got stopped out, so I have realized $95, right? Well, now we're going to drop this down into a lower speed, because what am I looking for? Like I said before, if this comes up here and rejects this, then I can take a short. I'm not just going to fucking short just right there. I have to see something that makes me feel like, okay, this is a short, and if it rejects, I can look for another leg down. I do the same thing. I take a short, risk in half, right? I'm not risking the full. I don't know. Should I risk the full thing? No, I'm not going to risk the full thing. I'm going to risk half. If this doesn't work and it stops me out and it breaks over this, I can look for the long, and I'm looking for the upside. Then I'll basically do the exact same thing I did here. So I did one trade. I can take a second trade here or a third trade here, and then I'm fucking done for the day, right? Let's see how this plays out. So I'm looking for a short, 5 contracts. So it looks like it's rejecting the level. I'm not going to get in. I want to see this thing close this bar. If I don't take the trade here, if I don't see a rejection here, then like, okay, I took my one trade, right? Then what I'm going to be looking for is a trade up here. If I take this trade, I'm looking for the exact same thing. 10 points, cover 2, Looking for 20 points for 3. I can add to the wave. I want to keep it at three trades maximum though. That's how I want to do this. One second. Sorry about that. So bought that. I'm going to have my stop loss the same thing as before. So I'm going to pause this real quick. Entries 70s. So I'm looking for 80s. 80s I'll cover. 80s I'll cover 2. And then I'm looking for 90s to cover 3. Play, so sell 2. I don't like those dojis at the top. Alright, so sold 2. So that makes my realized profit is $210 now. Lower that to break even. If this comes down and stops me out, but then rejects and goes back up, that could be my long. So I'd be looking to buy 5 contracts again. Now I'm looking to sell if it comes back up and rejects up near the 58s. Oops, fuck. That would have been the fucking area to get in at. Would have been up in here, but I missed it. Alright, well, fuck it. Yeah, I missed it, so that day is done, right? So I'm gonna go to Friday at 9:20. Alright, so damn, that really failed too. Alright, so now we're gonna go to the 1 minute again. Have this thing rock back up. Delete. Oops, shit. Fuck. So 9:30, 3 minute chart. Here. Alright, so, which is good. It hasn't technically broken out of anything yet. I would say it's going for a buy though. Buy, Stop losses here. Pause. My entry is 53, so I need 63, which it just fucking hit. 2, sell. Move this stop loss to break even. Play. So I'm looking, so 53, so I'm looking for 73. Pause. Okay. Like, how's this gonna work out? Go back to 10 seconds. I need this to break through. The way the price action is moving, I'm seeing more of a long. I'm going to break over the high. Sell 2. I'm going to stop loss to here. Okay, that was 2. Let's say this close above that opening level. Next bar open, maybe dip down into the top of the range, and then take off. Dip down, come on. So I don't like the average, this high volume red. Alright, this is the last trade of this day. So I'm in at 56. So I need 66. So I need this thing to clear up over here. 2, 56. So I need 76. Cover 2 or sell 2. Break over this. So now I lower my stop down to break even. And I get taken out. So the one thing I want to watch is, what if I would have kept this here? So I had 56, so 76, right? So what would have happened? Would it have hit here before? Would it hit my stop loss before my my target was hit, or would I have hit 76 and made my $300 and my stop loss was too tight? So yeah, it would have. I don't know. Maybe I should not. So that would be journal. The last entry, moving my stop to break even cost me a $3 win. Yeah. Oh. Control copy. So yeah, let's do that. So this is basically what I'm doing. The only reason I'm making this video is to show you guys what I'm doing on the weekends. This is how you improve your skills. The thing that I'm using is called Tradezella. I'm trying to talk to the guys, see if I can get a discount for the room. I don't have a big community, so they might not be all game for that, but it's worth a shot. But this is basically what I'm doing to go back. But like, if you look at that, I've only been trading for 2 days with 5 contracts, and I'm up $443.75 on 2 days. Just 5 contracts. And the reason I'm also doing this right now is because I just deleted a bunch that I was doing where I was using like 10, 20, 30 contracts. I was doing a bunch of different stuff, but like, if you guys watch my videos, you know, I went through a really bad week. I'm not going to allow myself to use crazy big size. I'm only using 5 contracts from now on for at least a year. Really, I really think that if I can get myself to be grateful as fuck for making the kind of money that I'm capable of making with trading, and only use 5 contracts, this time next year, if I really do what I truly believe that I can do, like, my life could be changing in a year. I think that I'll have I really do believe that I will be Um, I have a live account with Top Step. I really do think that, like, okay, I proved myself. I'm doing really good. I'm only using 5 contracts. I'm doing it for a year. Not only am I going to gain a lot of experience, but I think that by this time next year, I'm really going to scale that up because, okay, cool, man. I got to, like, what's been working out really well? What have I been doing good? And if my stats are showing that I'm doing good, cool. Let's go to 10 contracts. All right, let's do this shit. Like, okay, I started doing good for, like, I'm maintaining that very well. Okay, like, that's the thing about me is, like, my risk tolerance is really fucking high. So it's like, okay, I can totally see myself getting up to, start using, once I start using around, 50 micros, I want to switch over to using minis, and I'll start scaling up where it's like, okay, my full size is I'm allowed to use 5 minis, maximum of 5 minutes. Like that would be, I don't know. Then, like, obviously, I do the exact same thing. I start scaling up, obviously a little bit slower because I'm using minis instead of micros. But, yeah, like I really do believe that's where I'm going to be in a year from now. So, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going back and figuring things out. What I've been doing is, well, this exactly, and like the other thing that I'm starting to look at though is the 15 minute. So I have the 3 minute, right, that's in here, and then the 15 minute is this and this. So what I've been doing is also looking at, okay, like this is up at the top. Okay, you short the fucking top and look for the thing down. Like, look how many times this does this, right? So obviously you're not going to do it on the first or the second, but on the third, okay, like this, it comes all the way back down to here. So like you could have literally taken 66 to 40s. That's a 20-point move. That's another thing I'm starting to look at is like, maybe I'll play this in. I want to go through all of this with just focusing on the 3 minute, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing, but it's focusing more on a bigger time frame. Like here actually looking at this right now, this would have been a beautiful ass long right there. Why? Because I see this uptrending on a higher time frame. It closes over and then just takes off like a fucking rocket. And using higher time frames, it allows for a bigger move. Like, okay, cool, man. Like, you get in up here, 5 contracts. Okay, you're in at 66. I'm risking 70. Okay, I'm risking 3.5 points. Dude, you get a fucking 40-point move. Or a 20-point move. 26-point move. 26-point move. Like, that's literally all you need. 26-point move, with 5 contracts, it's over $500 on one move, It start like getting used to this. Okay, like, cool. I'm shorting up here. I'm buying down here. Short, cover, does a fake breakdown, gets ball back up. Long, I'm looking for up in here. Like, it would have, like, I want to cover it here, but like, okay, right there, or 20 points. Like, if you got in at the very very bottom of this, so that'd be 59. So, or yeah, 59. I would have absolutely covered. Like, I would have covered down here, not at the very top. Like, that's what I mean. It's like going back and retesting this kind of stuff. That's what's going to make me a good trader, and that's what you guys need to be doing. Like, so I'm going to throw this out there on YouTube, because I think that not only the people that's in my room, but hopefully other people start seeing, this kind of stuff. This is what you need to be doing to get better at trading. So, hope you guys have a good weekend. This is what I'm doing over the weekend. So, later.